So the beauty of the WordPress interface really comes down to being able to modify text and rich content without knowing a single thing about HTML. Obviously, knowing some HTML will only make you more effective, but it's not a necessity. Until it comes time to fiddle around with these widgets on the side here. And this particularly if you need to embed text and particularly if you need to organize elements within a widget, you will need to know something about HTML. In this case, we've put a very attractive Google Maps widget here, plus a paragraph of text in our widget. But how do you do that without knowing anything about HTML? Well, once again, we can turn to the very active developer community who creates widgets and plugins for WordPress. And we're going to download one of those widgets called the WYSIWYG widget. Say that 3 times fast. WYSIWYG is an acronym for what you see is what you get. We're going to go into our dashboard, we're going to go into plugins, and we're going to search for and then install this widget. And then I'll give you a little rundown on how to use it. Type in WYSIWYG, that's WYSIWYG, widget. And if you need any help remembering that, it's what you see is what you get. Search. And then we're going to pick the WP Editor widget. Install now. And then activate plugin. Then we're going to go into widgets. We should have a brand new type of widget in there that we can play with. So appearance and widgets. So we go into so on our list we'll find something called rich text. Let's drag that up to the top here. And we're going to drop it right underneath search. Give it a title. Let's call it Contact Us Today. And then we'll say Edit Content. You can see we have basically the same formatting options that we have with a post or a page. So that's super easy. This is all stuff you know. So we're going to create a quick paragraph. And you can grab this little corner part here and open this up as you're working. So we want to bold phone number, bold fax, and we want this on this just one line down from phone because that looks 10% nicer. And I think we're going to put one of those contact forms right there too. So we have all the options that we would if we were editing a WordPress page. So we'll say full name, save, field, email. We'll say that that's an email field so that it does a little bit of error checking to make sure that the data is in fact an email address. Delete that extra one. So full name and email should be all we need for this. And email notifications, we're going to say jason.com. And we're going to call it widget contact. So that'll be the subject line. Go back to the form builder, add this form to my post. Great. Say save and close. We're going to hit save here. You'll remember from our video on embedding a Google map, this code from Google Maps, and I'm just using a regular text editor for this particular one because we need to use the text editor mode in order to paste this stuff in or it won't work. If we use the visual editor that we see when we're editing a post or a page or this little rich text widget, then it will make a terrible mess of this code and it won't end up working. So just saving here, and then we'll go have a look at it so we can tell that it worked. And there we go. It's very subtle, but we have the bolding there. And here's our little form, and there's our map.